Welcome to Let the Quran Speak. Ramadan is zipping by, and many of us fall into unhealthy eating habits during this month. I am joined by Nazima Qureshi. She's written a book called The Healthy Ramadan Guide with her husband, Bilal Hafiz. Nazima joins me to talk about healthy eating habits during this month. Nazima, welcome to Let the Quran Speak.
Thank you so much for having me, Safiyyah.
Nazima, when did you realize that there might be something wrong with the way people eat during Ramadan?
So I've been a registered dietitian and nutritionist for over 5 years. And so even as I was studying, I noticed that there was a lack of culturally sensitive nutrition information out there. So a lot of it was very, Eurocentric. It was very like grilled chicken salad. And so there was a lack of culture. Now, once we get into Ramadan, there's also a lot of cultural practices that go into kind of how we're eating. And so with Ramadan being 30 days and not just one day, how we eat makes a significant impact. And so many people always complain about, they're feeling very tired during Ramadan and they think it's usually due to the fasting. But in reality, how you feel throughout this month is significantly impacted by how you're eating in that small non-fasting window. And so that's why, my husband and I have taken on this approach of really focusing on how we're eating as well as how we're staying active throughout this month of Ramadan so that we feel our best selves and most energized as well.
Can you tell us, Nazima, what you think traditional and cultural Ramadan eating habits might look like?
So, of course, they vary across different cultures. However, there are some similarities. So, number one is at Iftar time, there's usually some sort of fried item. There's some variation of the samosa or their spring rolls. And so that usually leads to a lot of overeating as well. There's a lot more carbs as well. So whether it's rice, bread, whatever variation it may be. So at Iftar time, it's all about coming together and eating a lot more food. And so, overeating as well as eating the wrong portions of food results in, not feeling as great, digestive issues, as well as weight gain in the long term.
What was involved in writing this book, The Healthy Ramadan Guide? And can you tell us a little bit about the nutritional plan that is included in there? How much research did you have to do to kind of come up with this diet and nutritional plan?
So when it comes to the Healthy Ramadan Guide, we've been doing research about, fasting and the effects on our body for many years. And really what we wanted to do with the Healthy Ramadan Guide is bring a practical approach. So yes, you have the research, but then how do you actually implement, all of these research and these tips? And so that's why we've incorporated, a full meal plan, all the recipes, as well as a full workout program. So not only do you learn about the what, but then you also get the how to.
Why'd you include a 4-week meal plan and even a weekly grocery list?
So with the meal plan and the grocery list, what it provides is a really simple step-by-step guide. Interestingly enough, of course, this was developed before the whole pandemic. But since this Ramadan is so different than others, we are all staying home and we're cooking every single meal. And so the meal plan and grocery list has actually been even more beneficial this year. And so with the grocery list, it maps out exactly what you need to buy, so you don't have to worry about overbuying. And then also with the meal plan, it maps out, when you should be cooking what meals, and it really simplifies the nutrition aspect. So you don't have to worry about, okay, how am I getting this vitamin or that vitamin? It's all laid out for you in a very simple to understand way.
Can you tell us about the recipes that were included?
So the recipes include a suhoor recipes, iftar recipes, as well as post-iftar, like late night snacks as well. So there's a lot of different variety. I've tried to appeal to a variety of cultures. So whether there's South Asian flavors or Middle Eastern flavors, there's really a great mix. And people have bought this book from around the world, so over 29 countries, and people have been enjoying those recipes. So I think that's amazing, and it's great to see that the recipes have been family friendly. So that's another piece is Ramadan is a very social month. So even though you're socially isolated at home, when you're breaking your fast with those at home with you, you want to enjoy the food. And so that's a big piece with the recipes is that yes, they're nutritious, you're getting all of the required nutrients, but most importantly, they're also delicious, they're enjoyable, and you're more likely to kind of continue these recipes after Ramadan as well.
Nazima, Ramadan is all about family. And what sort of advice would you have for people who have kids? How do you get the kids involved and the whole family into this healthy eating plan?
So a lot of times people think when it comes to healthy eating, it's just for adults and, the kids can't eat the diet food. So these meals in the book are, very wholesome. So they're for the whole family, especially as you start getting, the kids involved with their half fast and then their full fast. You want to start implementing good nutrition habits as well so that they feel energized throughout the day. So making sure the kids are hydrated, making sure they have a nice balanced suhoor, as well as iftar. So iftar, maybe you're incorporating one fried item, but then making sure there's veggies, whole grain carbohydrates, as well as protein available at iftar so that they have nice balanced meals as well.
What do you think are the major health benefits that a family or an individual might see if they're following this healthy Ramadan guide?
So by following the Healthy Ramadan Guide and eating in a more balanced way, as well as staying active, the results that you'll see is essentially more energy. You'll feel, a lot better throughout your fast, less aches and pains when it comes to the activity side. And really in terms of, the impact that nutrition has on us, as well as fitness, is so much beyond the superficial aspect. So you'll see an improvement in your mood and mental health, especially because we're all just at home right now. So, whatever we can do to improve our moods and our energy levels is super important, and the nutrition and fitness has a huge impact on that. So the Healthy Ramadan Guide really provides you with that step-by-step guidance so that you don't have to feel overwhelmed.
Thank you for joining us, Nazima, and sharing your thoughts and your insights. Please also let us know how we can find out more about your book and about your work.
Thank you so much for having me, Safiyyah. If anyone is interested in the Healthy Ramadan Guide, you can access it at thehealthymuslims.com. We also have a lot of free resources available on the website. You can also connect with myself at Nutrition by Naz or my husband at Stronger with Bilal on Instagram.
Thank you so much for joining us. May you have a blessed rest of Ramadan.
Thank you so much for having me.